Ralph the Barbarian here. Welcome to episode 6 of our real Tycoon 2 North American Let's Play. Yes, I'm sure we're on 6 this time. I double checked. If you watched last episode, you know. But enough about that. Anyways, the last time we were here, we were expanding ever so more to the southwest part of the United States as we finally made it to the west coast. And we even took a trip into Mexico here as we started to connect northern and central Mexico. So today we're going to go deeper into the jungle here and make our way towards the Yucatan Peninsula and the portions of central Mexico we can see. And who knows, we might even take a trip across to Cuba if we're feeling adventurous here. Which is going to take a little lot, but then we'll see what happens. So, buttons to hit. And let's get started, and first things first. Okay, we're doing fine there. Where do we want to go here? We can there's two ways we can do this. Either go through California here and move north towards Seattle. Spokane's dangling 200k in front of us. There's also Vancouver and Prince George and Prince Rupert in British Columbia. Or option B, from Mexico City, we go through this valley and head south and east, I guess, towards the Yucatan. Or C, and it's going to have to be here in Miami, we take the jump all the way across to Cuba and start hooking up the cities over here. As well as the rest of the Caribbean, for that matter. I guess if we're being technical, maybe we should focus on the, you know what? Since you're dangling 200k in front of me, I'm going to do that option first, so let's do it. Let's get this party started. Alright. Let's see what we got. I'll get up the grade tool here and see what's the best. See, so we want as low grades as possible here, otherwise our trains are going to struggle to get uphill. I was thinking this right out of the gate, but now as I'm staring at it, that valley is going to cause more problems than not. If we go east of the valley and start from Reno, that does work. I'm just going to say, no, I do not want electric track. What are you doing here? We will be doing that much later in the game, not now. And we'll take the Reno route. So from Reno, we go west. Eureka's the nearest city, but as you can see, there is, like, nothing there. And I guess at this point, if we can get to Portland... that would be nice. Alright, I got a better idea here since this is a little bit complicated. Let's start in Seattle. There is a house there that I didn't realize exists until now. Oh, that's great. We'll put that there. Alright, oh, hold on a minute. Oh boy. So what I'm trying to go for is a route where the grading is not terrible. Otherwise, this is not going to work. Too well, that is. It's not to say it won't work. It's just, yeah, it'll be... Yeah, that's what we don't want right there. Absolutely not. We do not want that. Let's try that. That is the best I'm going to be able to do here. Okay. We'll have to use the river valley to get to Spokane, but I'm not worried about that. This is the hard part now, is trying to get connect our 2 track bits over here without causing issues. The less red we get in here, the better, obviously. Oh, there we go. There we go. We did it. Oh, I like growing prosperity. Works for me. As a sidebar, we can actually access Eureka, too. I'm trying to find a spot to do it in. You know what? We're gonna have to do that. Alright, that works. Kinda. Alright, so that just gives us a connection to Eureka, even though we don't necessarily need it. There's nothing there, but except maybe this, but otherwise we're good here, so... Alright. Yeah, look at how far this distance is. That is just insane. I think I may have just played myself, now that I realized it. It's alright, we'll make adjustments. Alright. We got that set up. Now can we get the Vancouver okay? Alright, looks like we can. Okay. Ooh, the grading on it sucks, though, beyond that. I suppose I don't mind having a big station over here. Roundhouse, because it's the end of the line, essentially. Alright. There we go. Now we got that done. The obvious problem is I just played myself, but I think we can be okay. Alright, a couple things I'd like to point out here. Number one, I think we can still get the Spokane and this area just fine. But we now are going to have to go through Boise to do it, so we'll start there. I mean, I don't mind going for Boise, that's fine. That's highly unfortunate. That isn't going to work, alright? Okay, you win, game. You got me on that one. Okay. This train line from Boise can go all the way to Salt Lake City. The only problem is there's mountains here, so there's that, I guess. You know, I don't like it, but we'll do it anyways. Alright. The thought was that if I want to get this over the mountains somehow. I'm trying to find the best route for it. Maybe this river valley over here. But I would like to connect it to our bit in Las Vegas over here, so... Oh, which we can do. Alright. So I guess that did work. Alright. Oh, that's a good. Alright, we got Salt Lake City done. I don't like the grade there, but we'll have to take it. That's fine. I kind of wish you could do tunnels in this game, but unfortunately that's reserved for the next Rail Tycoon. The one that came out after this, yes, there's a third one in case anyone's wondering. It's kind of okay, but one of the things you can do in it is make tunnels. This would be a time where I wish we could do that sort of thing here, but sadly I know it doesn't exist, so it is what it is. I don't like that either, but hey, we'll play along with it, I guess. And then that happened. Oh, okay, we're fine. Trying to build this as close to the riverbed as possible here. But it's sadly not working. Also, how the heck did I come out near Vegas? What the heck? It's not what I was looking to do, but alright. Oh, screw it. There. Okay, so we got a transcontinental line, but that's not where I wanted it to come out, but we'll allow it. We'll allow it, I guess. Okay. Now, can we get the Spokane without causing an issue? Again, they're floundering 200k in front of us. I should probably connect to Boise first and foremost. Yeah, let's do that first. Well, I don't see too much over here. Oh, I see a 9. That's not going to help. It's better off going for the river valley, as it turns out. Oh, well. That works. We'll collect our money in just a minute. But let's go to BC for a minute. So I would like to connect Prince Rupert up here. If I can snake this through, that'd be great. We might have a shot. Hold on a minute. Oh, we do. Look at that. And I didn't even have to, you know, encounter any tight big grades there. I can't do this. Yeah, double-digit grades. I am not dealing with that. No. That is literal insanity. Although, could we not crash anything? What the hell, game? Oh, it's a steel train on top of it. All right, let's try this again before I was rudely interrupted there. Thank you for that. I appreciated the train wreck. Good grief. Not entirely. I was trying to do a little bit of a shortcut and get greedy here, but it's not letting me do it. There's a 9. It's not going to work. Okay, never mind. So the answer to that is no. So this has to be kind of its own thing. So I know Prince Rupert doesn't really have a town, but it does have a port city, just in case we need it for anything. to. If there was a source of coal, I would go for that too. Not for nothing, but we don't. Alright, give me my 200K. There you go. Give me my money. Give me my money, dang it. We came here for money, not to mess around. More side. Go. Okay, so we got the whole northwest connected up here, basically. I just wish there was an easy way to get it across. Although, wait a minute now, as I'm looking at this. Let's experiment with a couple things here, shall we? Oh, see, there's that problem. It's gonna happen whether I like it or not. Okay, that works. There we go. We got another transcontinental route for the mountains, just in case we need it. Much like the last time we were here in the U.S., I probably will not utilize it too much. Alright, we'll deal with that later. Okay. We need train routes, though, because we don't have any right now. I'm just going to stick with moguls here. They do the best in the mountains. We're using that from now on. Started in Reno. Actually, you know what? Started in Vancouver. We'll do that one. We'll have one go through Reno. Go for the mountains. And then we'll have an extra one. Go down the west coast. There we go. So that works out for right now. Now, industries. So we have any here. I'd like to develop some of our industry here, too. Okay. What the heck happened to this one? Well, that is a little disturbing now, ain't it? How the heck do you end up with... Oh, dear. Alright. Not sure what happened with that train, why it just got stuck in the mud, but okay. Did I forget something? No, you didn't. I'll send it to Reno, I guess. Oh, Reno doesn't really have anything. Is there nothing in Las Vegas? Now I'm a little puzzled by that. No, there is. I don't know why that train was just having an aneurysm. Okay. We need to have these smaller resupply stations as time goes on. I know the routes are quite far, but I'm not worried too much. Alright. A couple things we can do here. We have a granary over here. Go, got that supplied. Another green silo over here. go. We'll do that. I know we got one in Portland too, but I'm not going to worry about that one. Alright. Let's see. We got a couple of wood things over here. Might be a nice resupply station too. So we do have a lumber mill in Spokane we can supply. And Prince George too. Hey, look at that. Works both ways. Ha. I'll do both. Alright, that works. Got more than enough over there to make everybody happy, so sure, why not? Let's see, anything else? Thought I saw something over here. Did my eyes deceive me? Ah, there it is. It's hiding in the wilderness over here. Alright, another one. That one will head to Reno. Can't find any paper mills, though, nearby. That's kind of a problem. Oh, wow. San Fran, you guys sure as heck got some ports. That was quick. My goodness. See, that would work nicely, but there's no steel mill nearby, unless... I don't know if that's working. I know the wheels are kind of turning in my head here, if this will work or not. It very well could. Okay. I think we got something here. I'm going to try it. So we're going to need to upgrade this to a large. Hey, 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 hey. We don't need that. I could do this while not crossing the river. That would work. There we go. Alright, so we get the steel train rolling here. Oh, that has a cannery in it, so it's Boise that had it. Alright. There we go, we just send it right back to Prince George. That's fine. Wow, that was quick. Okay. See, these are all test runs to see if it all works or not. I don't know if it will. Sand is, of course, used to get upgrades and stuff, so if it doesn't work, so be it. I am more than acutely aware of how much the distances are, too, so it's a little bit iffy. But it is what it is. Thankfully, later in the game, this kind of gets fixed when faster trains start showing up, but we're not there yet, as you can see. Alright, fine, I'll allow it. Send it to Las Vegas. Okay, you're good. Actually, since San Francisco's got all those ports, might as well, right? Okay, there we go. Another one all set. Supplying 2 things at once. Very nice of us to do that. Alright, well, I should probably get on that then. Alright, everything else seems fine. That's nice. Anything over here? Oh yeah, we gotta take advantage of that. Some of the other stuff we bought earlier. Alright, we own that. Okay. It's a shame there's no milk in this area, otherwise I probably would do something with that, but that's okay. Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, what about Mexico City? Just keep gobbling up that industry. Alright, we're fine. Alright, I think we're all set for the most part. Gushing cash and I don't own it. What is wrong with me? Come on. Have a little bit more sense than that, me. Gushing cash and I don't own it. Do you not know how to be greedy, dang it? Ugh. Alright, we're fine. What about up here? We're looking good? Yeah. Alright, I think we're looking good. Hold on a minute. I'm just looking at something. Losing money and I own it. Okay, that's even worse. Yeah, economy cooling. Oh, that's wonderful. So we're gonna buy stock. I think we'll do so. We're getting close to the halfway point, if I'm not mistaken. Very lucrative and I don't own it. Brilliant strategy. Let's see if it works. Again, gushing cash and I don't own this stuff. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh, we gotta own the very lucrative steel mill. Speaking of which... Alright, I think we're fine. I happened to catch this earlier, and look at all these grain silos, and yet I don't have anything doing with it. Alright, we'll fix that right now. I don't know where we're gonna send it all, but, you know... Oh, there's 2... 3 if you count the cattle farms that are over here. Okay, I can do that too. Not for nothing. Alright. So we'll build 3 trains here. What? Okay. So we're going to build 3 trains here from our new post here in Calgary Junction. We got that one. You go to Calgary if you can do it. Oh, yeah. And then, even though this doesn't really do anything, if we supply these with cattle, we get a 50% boost in our rate, so I would not mind doing that. So, send it to Rapid City. That is not going to work for the obvious reason of there's nothing there. Okay, now I just messed this up. Now it has to go over here, because I don't want to send it to the same spot. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. that's perfectly fine. Oh, nice, a labor strike. Yeah, just what I've always wanted. Not. Alright. It's a grain silo over here and I don't own it. Oh, well that's, This must have just popped up too, because I remember there was a dairy farm here earlier in the game. Hold on a minute. Ah, Peoria doesn't have anything. If I can build a larger station La Crosse, we can turn it into a town. Ah, there we go. There we go. Alright, we got that all set up. Excellent. That is not excellent. I did not ask for that. What the hell? Actually, some of our trains are like getting 50 years old and such, aren't they? That is going to have to be something we keep our eye on, because I just remembered that a lot of our trains are getting old. Unfortunately, we're probably going to see a lot more where that came from. See? Look at that. It's already happened. And I didn't even have to ask. Alright. Just trying to look out for something over here. Isn't there a wool farm just a few seconds ago? Where did it go? Game, why did you... whatever. You know what I do want to do here? So I want to build one new route to Winnipeg, and then we're done. Alright, there we go. There's Y. Alright. Hit up this random logging camp that's over in the corner here. Aha! At long last, the game is going to yell at me for sending unprocessed milk to spots. Okay. And that was inevitable, if I'm being honest. This is why I didn't want to do it in the first place, so... Yay? I don't know. Yeah, inevitably, that was going to happen, whether I liked it or not, but so be it. Oh, speaking of which... I just need one. We have two, so why not? I'll send it to Thompson. Where is... Wow, that's a long ways, but okay. It's a new BU game. New BU. Alright. Alright, so that is all set now. Alright, so we've done what we needed to up there. Let's go over to number 2. Here. It said we were going to continue on our journey south from Mexico City, so let's go deeper into Central America, shall we? We'll be using the aforementioned river, the mountain valley over here, although the grading is going to be a bit rough for part of it. And there's a kind of an inconveniently placed grain silo, though we'll do something with that later. But long story short, I'm going to have to go for the mountains one way or another, honestly. And that's kind of our best case scenario. As we hit Villa Hermosa. And then backtrack to where we were earlier. Hey, 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 enough of that. I don't want to get mooed at. Bruh. This game has no chill sometimes. Alright. I think they were telling me that I was building it all wrong. That's what it was. Alright. I wish we could connect to our track over here, but it's going to cause a huge grading fail, or... Yeah. Yeah, that is just, If it wasn't for that small hill that was over there, and maybe this tool and die facility, then we'd be okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Unless, and I'm now seeing something else, what if... And I'm probably going to regret this. You know what? What's the difference at this point? I've been building over hills this whole time, so you know what? Whatever. Believe me, that is not what I want to be doing, but here we are. Ironically enough, I do need a resupply station, so we'll build it right next to the grain facility that's next door. I mean, why not? Okay. So we'll get that Villa Morosa up in here. Tilapia and its cattle should be connected. Okay. So that takes care of that. I'm still getting mooed at, apparently, but, you know, that's this game for you. The only question now is how far do I want to go? Tell you what, we'll just connect the Yucatan Peninsula and we'll save the rest of this Central America for next episode. Oh, would you look at that? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, this isn't too bad as... Wow, flat jungle. I like the sound of that. Alright, flat jungle is no big issue for me. We'll probably have the rail come out down here, but that's for later. What I want to do now... Oh, I wish we could build in between these two sugar farms, but man, that's so be it. I'm actually going to be sneaky, though. We'll build right next to them, and that's for later. We'll build north through Meridia and get its port. We'll build through Cancun and get its port too. And then... Well, now this is interesting. Okay, so that's exactly where I was going to... Well, I'm actually going to go over here. That'll be utilized later on in the game. And in the meantime... We'll complete our little loop there. Okay. If that looks complicated, then it probably is. Okay. So, let's see. Both the sugar farms will be acquired. We need a grain silo for them too. We will hit up Meridia. We will need a customs house because it does have a port. That's the only time we need those, remember. As I mentioned earlier, there's no way for us to get from Cancun all the way to Cuba, so sorry, but in a bizarre way, that kind of means we could just do that and get it over with. I did really not set up the city correctly, by the way. Kind of a minor note, but it's unimportant. Anyways. I can't get the coffee farm, but we don't really need it necessarily, so that'll work. Oh, I don't need a customs house over here. And Belmopan has now been connected. And then this will find its way to Guatemala, Belize, etc. So there we go. We got that now set up. We'll get the trains rolling in just a minute. Acapulco is all the way down there. We got Guatemala in the hills, so okay. Let's just get some trains rolling here. Start over here. Work our way around. I'll just do 3, and we'll make a note of that later on in the game. How much sugar we do us in 3? We have a tire faculty near Quebec. Good to know we are going to have cars in this game. Okay, duly noted. Just curious. Aha! Although I don't know if there'll be actual rubber farms, but good to know the ports actually provide us with something. So that is good to know. Meanwhile, I'm looking around. There's one in Meridia. Okay, we got 3 bakeries here, so this will work out beautifully. Want to send these to ports if I can. Because that's where the food demand truly is, although... Morpian. We'll send it over. Okay, we'll not do that one. Alright, there we go. So all of our sugar and stuff is being sent out. We can actually do the same with the... Whoa, I don't want to demolish anything. Grain silos over here. There's a pair of them, which is convenient. And then... Surrey! No! Ah, dang it. Yes, but it's all the way in Mexico City. Oh, this ought to be fun. Great, this is gonna be a stupid idea, but we'll do it. Alright, there we go. And then this one, I didn't forget. Go. That grain train has now been set up. Alright, we're looking good. And right as I say that, then that happens. Okay, that's wonderful. Something about you being good again? Yeah, sure. Okay. Meanwhile, I want to go back to Quebec. Okay, there's the tire facility. Good news, it's in our grass. And on top of that, we can use the one from Boston, actually. On that note. There we go. And we need a customs house to boot, because obviously we will need it. Oh, we have a gravel pit in Moncton. Do we have anything we can use with it? Hold on, I think I can make this work. 1 second. Can we get... Aha, we can! Oh, this will work beautifully. Unless this does not work. I said if this doesn't work. Oh. It does, but now we don't need this station anymore. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, that's fine. It's connecting 2 grain silos. We'll let it slide. Okay, we're fine. You know what? I'm going to duplicate this track. Things are going to get really busy here anyway, so we'll do it. I don't see the harm of doing it. Alright. What needs cement? I think Boston needs it. No, it does not. Actually, Montreal probably does, right? No, they both do. Montreal wins. Alright. Could have used hockey rules, but as in which NHL team is better, we'll send it to that, but nah. We're not that crazy. Anyways. Alright, that's all set now. Syracuse has a bakery, but we have nothing to send it with. Alright, that's fine. I wish there was a source of iron nearby. This would be great, but we don't. Unless I go further north. We'll deal with that some other time. Her net worth is slowly approaching, and it now is 100 million. Okay. I'm just curious. We're almost at the halfway point. I will deal with that eventually. Alright. I wish we had more iron, though. That's the thing, but so be it. Alright. So we've done 2 out of the 3 things I said we would. Now for the big one. Cuba. Oh, this is going to be fun trying to get over there. The only way we can do this is a 1-lane bridge. This is where I'm going to have an absolute aneurysm. And to make matters worse, there's a huge grate on the other side. Oh, that's just wonderful. I'm going to go out on a record and say I do not like that at all. I could demolish this house, too, and just make this junction complete, but so be it. Alright, we're fine. Meanwhile, let me get this going. Our main route through Cuba going. Alright, go through Santa Clarita. Should be one more city over here, I think. Yep, Santiago de Cuba. There it is. Here's hoping I might have to cut the trains from here to a minimum, but if that is the case, so be it. You can tell how awful that looks, but that's not the point. Anything else? No. Okay, we're good. So now we shall connect Havana. It's got a needs a customs house because of the port. Santa Clara has now been connected. There is no port, but I will give it a roundhouse and a grain silo. Okay, I guess we need to keep expanding this. And there's Santiago de Cuba right there. Okay. The next question will be if we can reach Port-au-Prince or not. Oh, that's just mean. Come on, game. That is mean. Ugh, alright. We'll figure something out in a minute. Same with Kingston, too. Okay. First things first. Let's get a passenger train in between all three of these. You're gonna stay in Cuba because I don't want you going up too far across. Not now. Let's see. There we go. We got the Sugar and Santa Clara. Okay. There we go. All right. Here comes the part that I now will officially regret. Can I do this? Can I do this without causing much of an issue? Oh, that. I guess the answer is yes. So there you go. So we did manage to get it to Haiti. I don't know how we did it, but we did. Alright, there we go. Port-au-Prince, Haiti has now been connected to Port-au-Prince. There we are. I'm looking for a city here. Can't be that one. Bingo! We got it. Okay, there we go. So that's all set now. Despite the long bridge, but who cares? It works. Now we'll repeat this again, only for Kingston now, and because I screwed up once again. We have no choice but to build single track here just because of the grade. Just because of that. So we are now in Jamaica. Yes. Needs a that one of those. Okay. Can't really do anything with the produce, but that's fine. We'll do here. You know what? That one passenger train earlier? Yeah. We'll send it to it. All right. And finally... I'm going to actually edit this a little bit. There we go. And now I'm going to connect the two cities over here. All right, there we go. And look at that, our 200th train. Kind of want it half filled here. Is there anything more we could do? Is there any resources from the Caribbean we could send on over? Now, there is one more, actually. I'll address this one in a minute. I'll address that right now. Okay. Not entirely, and as long as we're keeping everything local, it's good. I'm just curious now. There is a backdoor way we can kind of get from Havana over here to Mexico, after all. Not gonna like the way it's set up, but so be it. Oh, we're just randomly spending 3 million on this. That's wonderful. Just so we can have it on hand. There you go. Don't ask me why I just did that, but, you know, maybe it's $3 million worth well spent, eh? Did you ever think about... Okay, I'm just kidding. No, honestly, it makes no sense, but I don't care. It's a sandbox mode, and then I like it. That's all that matters. Alright, can we get to the Bahamas okay, or is this not going to work either? Now, this one's a little trickier, just simply because of all the, I did not design this clearly either! I'm on a real roll. Alright, I guess all the Caribbean ones are going to have to be, you know, your own little thing. Alright, so we made it to the Bahamas. We go back for 1 minute. There we go. I have no way of connecting to the Bahamas to all the rest of... Okay, just so we're clear, can everyone pretend this is a ferry of some kind? Can we just pretend that's a ferry or something? Just imagine it in your minds. It's so hilarious. It's like a... Oh, why did I do that? You idiot. Yeah, just envision that's like a ferry for trains or something. And that's all she wrote. Alright. There we go. Oh, it's so stupid looking, but it works, right? Okay, so speaking of which, I think we're done here. Let me just let the rest of the year mosey along. Do I want to increase the dividend? That's my next question. And I say yes. I say $3. Won't let me. There we go. We'll make it $3 a share. Okay. We'll be doing a little more with buying it back. I'm probably going to wind up buying another manager here shortly because Mr. Mayor has kind of run its course. So, anything else we could do here? Well, I'm waiting for this game to finish up here. I mentioned iron earlier, but it's all the way further north here. Where is the nearest one, just out of curiosity? Ew, it's all the way up here. That's wonderful. Yeah, the coal's all up here. Oh, there's a random source over here. Oh, why not? We can go through Campbellton, too. The only thing is I don't like the 10-6 that's coming out of there. That's, nice. What if we went north? Ugh. I want this iron mine, dang it. Alright. Oh, okay. You know what? That'll work. That bizarrely works. If I could bring it through Campbellton. There we go. And then connect it to our existing track over here. That just works out fine. I have somewhere to drop the goods off at. We got the hookup over there. There is a coal mine in, well, what would be Delaware, so I guess we can go for it. I have to be really careful because I don't want to hit the steel mill that's over there too. That is extremely inconveniently placed. But if I send the iron and take this with it, the game will automatically just like not gobble it up. I do not want to do that. So let's do that instead. This is going to be a long trip, so I'm actually going to deploy the Atlantic here. This will be the first time we've ever used it. Washington Junction will have coal. Funny enough, we are going to that steel mill that I saw over there. Then the only question is, where do we send it to? We have options. We have Albany, we have Montreal, we have Quebec. It's all going to Campbellton, though. And if we're doing that, Montreal might actually, or Albany might be the best stops. I'm thinking Albany might actually be the best stop, although, hold on, let me experiment with something here. No, that's not going to work. Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, I'm going to send it to Albany. Albany has no love as of right now. And since Campbellton has a port, we can just send it to there and call it a day. All right. So there we go. We got something coming down. All right. And would you look at that? We have an... Now, why would you pick there for your first auto plant? What are we doing here? Game, come on. That's not a good spot for an auto plant. Put it in Detroit like you're supposed to. Come on, man. You gotta be smarter than that. This game, I swear to God. Alright, I'm calling it right there. Alright, we'll buy a little bit more stock. There we go. Alright, so mission accomplished. We got the Pacific Northwest. We got the Caribbean. We got a new iron source. It's all looking great. So I think for next time out, we're going to finish track building. We're going to connect to the rest of Central America and then hit up the places we didn't reach in the Pacific. And then we're going to turn our attention to acquiring the rest of these shares and getting some more money here. I think we need to do that. And, yeah, might as well. I don't see why not. We got 158 million. I mean, we can use share buybacks up the wazoo, basically. So we will probably do that. I know I see a couple cities in Canada that haven't been connected, but hey, so be it. So thank y'all for watching. You know what buttons to hit, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.